with coverage you can count on. This is the Erie News NOWCAST.
Good evening, I'm Haley Potter. Thanks for joining us for tonight's edition of the Erie News NOWCAST. As of today, more than 159,000 people have been fully vaccinated across our region. About 60% of adults in our region have at least one shot of the COVID-19 vaccine. To date, roughly half of our region has been vaccinated. Erie County leads the way with roughly 54.5% of adults fully vaccinated. The state says more than 57% of adults have been fully vaccinated in the Keystone State. The state will lift the mask mandate for non-vaccinated people within the next 2 weeks. For the latest COVID-19 facts and figures, you can always check out our website, erienewsnow.com. After a long journey, the U.S.S. COD arrived early this morning around 1:30. As the sun rose, she was greeted by lots of fans as she made her way to Don John Shipyard, where she will remain for the next several weeks for repairs and a new paint job. Work will begin tomorrow, but for today, crew members were happy they had a safe journey and were touched by the support they had when they arrived.
And when we arrived in Erie this morning at 1:30 a.m., we were just, it's almost a little emotional to see hundreds of people out on that jetty cheering. And I know my crew, we were just gobsmacked.
So nice to see the crew made it safely. At this time, the submarine will not be open to the public. Pat Monahan is returning to his hometown with Train for a concert this summer. The rock band is set to perform August 21st at the Erie Insurance Arena. Tickets will go on sale Friday at 10 a.m. Train has made 10 studio albums since forming back in 1993. It's the latest in a series of high-profile concerts scheduled in Erie since the pandemic. Country band Lady A is bringing its tour to the arena on October 8th, and Gordon Lightfoot's tour is also coming on August 14th. 5 years ago, Fort LaBeouf graduate Adam Stemka was laid off from his welding job at GE. That's when he decided to start his own business. Using his welding skills and passion for art, he sculpted a metal deer head and posted a picture of it online. And that led to a request for a battle-worn flag. His business, Metalheads, has taken off from there. Now he receives flag requests from veterans, businesses, and many local residents.
As never before were you so interconnected to so many different people, and through sharing and likes, people that normally wouldn't get to see your product or what you do, they do.
The smaller flags run for $150. The bigger ones Adam has made for some local businesses can run up to $1,500. The Erie Housing Authority is getting a financial boost to help provide low-income housing to local families. The Housing Authority received a total of $300 from the state. The money will be used to replace all of the entry doors and windows at 53 apartments on 16th and 17th Street between German and Holland. It will also pay for electrical system upgrades and allow the authority to put a new heating and air conditioning units in each apartment. The authority provides low-income housing to nearly 3,200 families.
We in public housing are at just over 98% occupied right now, which is historically very high for us, very high for any low-income housing, and to be honest with you, very high for any private rental housing. So we've discovered that there are new ways of doing things.
And the nonprofit is one of 7 agencies in our area to benefit from the Pennsylvania Affordability and Rehabilitation Enhancement Fund. Northeast Borough and Township are asking for help updating its comprehensive plan. The Township and Borough are holding a public meeting on June 22nd at Hurd Memorial Park. Both municipalities are working together to create a shared vision for the area's future and address some issues. The process is expected to take a year to complete, and it relies on feedback from business owners, community leaders, and of course residents. The Erie County Department of Planning and Community Development is facilitating the process and providing consulting at no cost. The park and ride along Interstate 79 in Crawford County will close next week. PennDOT says it is temporarily closing the park and ride near the Sagertown exit. It's set to close starting June 21st. That's 1 week from today. The closure will allow crews to work on the pavement and make improvements to markings. Work is weather dependent and should take about 5 days total to complete. The owner of the Chautauqua Mall in Lakewood, New York has filed for bankruptcy. Washington Prime Group owns the mall and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. The company says it is restructuring its finances to strengthen operations moving forward. In a release from the company, the group claims the pandemic has created significant challenges to its financial standing, which has driven it to debt. The group has received $100 million in financing for day-to-day operations during the bankruptcy process. The company says the property should be able to operate without any interruption. Thanks for joining us for the Erie News Nowcast. Join us for our next news at 10 p.m. on the CW and 11 p.m. on WICU and WSEE. Have a great night.